You know, it's not easy shooting these videos beside a highway. Earlier this summer, we were down here. We took a look at this Indian mound, and it just looked like green. You couldn't see it. We said we'd be back this fall when the leaves start coming down. Bottom line is there are mounds around that have been discovered. Most of them haven't been discovered. But this is one that has been in this county, and probably everybody knows about it. But it's just very difficult to get up there and really look at it. It's a big old Adena mound. And with the leaves coming down, it means it's time to say goodbye to the dig site. And that's why we're here today. We wanted you to get a good look at this mound with the leaves down. And we're gonna go put the site to sleep, or at least part of the site, to sleep for the winter. So join us in a minute. We'll be back on the site. Well, the leaves are coming down, or I should say, they're almost completely down. And here we are at one of our favorite pastimes. And sadly, it's like saying goodbye to a very dear friend, and it is for me. It's always hard to shut things down in the fall. But now we're into November, and it is time to put part of the site to sleep for the winter. So what we've done is we've kind of on the way here made a decision. We're going to finish today off working on the north end. We're going to put the south end to sleep. So we're going to take a break in a minute, get up on the north end. We'll talk to you a little bit more. Then when we get things closed up, we'll give you one last shot. And hopefully we'll have some goodies to show you today. Either way, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you in a minute. Come on back. This is the north end. We're going to spend the day up here and shut this down. Come on up. Well, we've made our decision. We moved our tarps accordingly, and we're going to kind of take out the middle section, and then we'll have some good stuff tarped up for the rest of the winter if we want to come down and work. When we left off, we noticed, if you watch where my shadow is, where I'm pointing, my shadow actually right now is on an area that's very dark. We suspect that there will be some possibility of a garbage pit or fire pit in this area. On our profile coming down, we have a lighter brown. It's not a dark brown, it's a lighter brown, and it's dark brown clear out here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this down, move in, see what we got, and probably this will be where we spend our day, working on this, and then from there we'll close it down. So probably, it may seem like we're jumping around a little bit with our video, and actually we are, because we're showing you segments of our day and what we're doing. But this is where we're going to work. Hopefully we'll get in some interesting things, maybe a fire pit or two, and we'll be back shortly. So get a good chair, sit close to the camera. Back again. Just pointing some things out. Like I said, this is the area that we're going to try to remove, go down maybe a foot. 14 inches, we'll see how that develops. But first few shovels, look what we revealed. Right here, and right here. We're hitting FCRs immediately, boom, boom, boom. Notice the color of the soil and make a comparison between this color, come on over here, and this color, where we're getting to the sterile zone where nobody was actually living or working or camping. So contrasting this to up here, things look good. We're pulling out some FCRs. We're going to continue our work, and we'll join you in a few minutes. Well, we've gone through 10 buckets, and so we thought we'd just take a quick break and show you where we are. Come on over, and you'll see the FCRs. And a lot of you are always asking about FCRs. FCRs, what are they? Well, they're basically rocks that have come out of a fire pit. And with these FCRs, as I'm looking at them, I see two distinctive types. I see a sandstone base right here. Okay, sandstone base. I see a granite base. And from years of digging here, there's another granite base. Notice the edges, how irregular the breakage is. There's never been plows at the depth that we're digging here, so we know that we're These irregular edges are the result of the fire. This is a quartzite material. It's even got some oxidation on it right here. So FCRs, but look here. You know, we want to get information that will help us identify what we're doing. So we know we're in a fire pit, but here's a piece of flint that came out of the fire pit. And you see the little pock mark in it? That's real distinctive of flint that's been in a fire. So we have FCRs, we have a piece of fired flint, and then come on over, look at this. And here is some different types of pottery. This one, just off the top, I can tell that we're dealing with at least 3 different types of pots here. This is just a real nice size right here. Typically a Dina, what's coming off this site. Look where it's been heated near the charcoal, and then the fire and the oxidation on the clay right here. And then you've got one that's really, really thick. Here's the side right here. I'm going to roll him over. Here's the side, but my fingers are on the 2 sides. We mentioned that on these pots, as you get closer to the bottom, they get thicker and thicker. And then we have some really thin pieces. Really thin pieces, which is altogether a different type of pot, a different type of material in the clay than the grit and gravel that we're hitting in these. So we know we have at least 3 different types of pots. And Dr. Redman up at the Cleveland Museum mentioned from some of his sites, he's calling it, basically it's like a wash. It's a backwash where people are walking around. They've been walking for years, decades, centuries, millennia. Stuff gets kicked around, pushed, stepped on. And it looks like this may be going on right here because this is all pulverized from 3 different pots. And so we're not into anything really, and the FCRs aren't showing a feature right now. They're just mixed throughout that upper 6, 7, 8 inches. We're going to try to take it down to about 14 for today. Get a nice horizontal horizon, see what we can see, and that's probably going to end up being most of our day down here. So come on back in a few minutes. Oh, jeez. Trust me, we are done. The thing about fall is it can be hot one minute and freezing the next. A cloud comes over and you're shivering. On top of that, you're wet from sweat and now you're ice cold. Anyway, we're done. We're quitting for the day. And but a couple pieces in particular that I just wanted to show you before we wrap it up. On a village site, there's things that you expect, and you expect tools, but you don't know really what kind of tools you're going to get until you're there. Today, I'm thinking of a question that came in under concavities, I believe. What were these used for? And the deal is, we don't know. There's a lot of great opinions out there, but there are all kinds. Remember, there's all kinds of concavities, from cup stones, paint bowls, finger bowls, to other things. So we got a concavity out today. It's got the oxidation on it, which we would expect to see if it were in a fire. The best part of it is not only was it oxidized, but proof in the pudding. Heat cracking and busting and breaking up because of the heat in the fire pit. I'm going to lean it on one more side so you can see a really good shot at the oxidation here. I like to find these because where I hunt, this county, when I find these, I know I'm either on or near a village site. So that's good news. And we knew that we were on a really good fire pit back there because of what we were finding. The other thing is this. This is a pestle without skin. It's cold. I put my sweatshirt on, it took its sweatshirt off. And this is not uncommon to find tools where the skin or the outer surface or the cortex material is flaking off because of minerals in the soil. Who knows why, but this was a real delight to find a pestle on the site. There's pecking around the top, a little bit along the side and the bottom like that. These are 2 things that I would expect, especially the pestle, to find on a village site. So I'm thinking, what a great way to end up. Now, we're not going to completely tuck this part and put it to sleep for the winter. We're going to leave this one semi, because we're going to have a lot of 40 and 50 degree days that we want to come down and work and dig. The other side is going to sleep, but this is where we'll be off and on for the rest of winter. What What a day, what a day. Thanks for coming along. It's good to be with you folks, and we'll see you again real soon, okay? Bye.